Okay, welcome to the beginning part of the video where I just make sure everything is working, and we'll see if the chat comes up and then make a start. Let's have a look. Okay, that seems to be going well. Chat has come up as well. Fantastic. Looks like we're good. Okay. Hi, I'm Chris and this is my game Realm of the Empress. It's a single player fantasy adventure board game where you explore a large open area, in this case Port Ovis, do quests, learn and upgrade a variety of skills, and upgrade, buy weapons and armor and upgrade those to progress your character. There's also a main quest that takes place in your dreams and should hopefully act as a hook to keep you wanting to play more and find out what happens. In this video series I'm going to be doing a full playthrough of the whole game. Each video should be about an hour long, and the last playthrough I did was about 60 hours, so it should be quite a long series. I'm streaming Monday to Thursday at 7 PM UK time every week for the next couple of months, so it'd be great to see any comments on the videos, or if you catch a live stream, write something in chat. Any feedback is most welcome and sort of the reason why I'm doing this, to try to get as much as possible. So I'm not going to do a big recap. I recommend watching the tutorial videos in the channel, or watch the first video of the series to see how you make a start in this game. We're quite far into it now. So we've got a few quests we've got on the go. We've got 5 at the moment on my handmade tray. Due to the open nature of the game, you can take on as many quests at once as you'd like, but I've got a limit of 10 on this tray just for size, space problems. Each quest is a little deck of cards labelled A to Z and then numbered appropriately depending on how long the quest is. We've got short, medium and long quests. Some of them will have little points that will sort of block your little barriers, so you might need to, for example, we've got one here where we need to intimidate someone, so that's a skill. It costs 25 gold to learn any skill, level up once in any skill, and also to add to your combat deck, your weapon deck. So it's so there are little barriers in the quests like that will pause you as you play too. I've also got here where we left off last stream, and then we've got a 12-sided die as our character marker. Every 12 steps is 1/2 hour in the game, so there is a time mechanic, a day and night, and different things happen, but it's not something you have to worry about or be super careful with how you spend your steps. You get, I think, almost 400 steps in a day, so it's a lot, and it doesn't matter, nothing's time gated, although there are some quests that will say wait a couple of days and then we can come back then. But it's a chill game, it's relaxed, it's casual, it's just you playing it, so I don't see why there needs to be any kind of thing to make you worry about that. So it's just take it at your own pace and enjoy it as much as you want. So I'll just do a quick show of the map card. They're mini map cards. There are over 300 of them, and in the top left corner is the number of the card, and then you've got numbers north, east, south and west that correspond to the numbers in the deck. So you just take the right card depending on which direction you go. This one has a building on it. I've got a buildings deck that you would then see which characters are in that building. I won't show you that right now though. We've gone through it quite a lot at this stage, so I'm just sort of getting into playing the game a bit more. I've also got a handmade playmat. We've got equipment, we've got a satchel space, we've got pouch, which is what you can access during combat. There's a quest item slot, a dream deck slot, so that's a deck of 10 where you have a chance every time you sleep in a bed or bedroll for then you can roll on a die to see if you get a dream or not, which unveils a bit of the main story. We haven't unlocked the inventory. You pay for that at the inn. It's 10 gold per day or 50 gold for 7 days a week. So we've also got a skiff storage, which we haven't done yet. We've got weather. It's raining at the moment, so animals don't come out. That's why with this stream we're going to learn how to hunt, hopefully catch some animals, because we are wearing leather armor, so we want to upgrade some of the things we've got. Or I guess we could just buy better gear and sell what we've got. We'll see how much money we've got, see if we can do that. And then lastly we've got a a quest item here, which is the get at the beginning of the game, and it's a little map of the whole area. So there's a little space for it on the map. So we could perhaps just buy bear leather armor. I was thinking of going on hunting and then hunting for boar and then upgrading that a little bit. But we probably could just buy some bear leather. We've got 78 gold. So if I have a quick look in my rulebook, we can see exactly what is on offer. In fact, we don't have to look at the rulebook when we're doing. We can have a look in the characters deck and find the tanner. The tanner. I'm going to have to try to remember who that person's name is, or I'll just look on the back and have a look at the shops. The shops, not everyone is a shop, but a lot of people are. So here we go. Boar hide, bear hide. So it's legs and top would be 55, and then for hat, gloves and boots that'd be 60 and 55. So it's quite a lot for the bear. We could maybe just buy a couple and upgrade those. We will also sell, then we could sell something. So we could upgrade our jerkin, our top and our legs. Chaussure, I think. It's a French word, not sure how that's pronounced. So we could spend 55 on that, but I wanted to show how the hunting works. We need to spend 30 gold to unlock the hunting skill from this guy, Ivan. So it's going to cost us 30, and then if we upgrade it, it costs different amounts. This is the only skill that's different to the other ones. It's not a flat 25 because there are 3 different steps to hunting. There's searching, tracking and capturing. So you upgrade each of those individually. So it's a bit more complex because of that. I think it's the most complex skill, I think, in the game actually. So it'd be good to show you that. So perhaps I want maybe 50 gold for that, so I can't do that and buy a lot. Maybe we just upgrade our jerkin, our top, that's 30 gold, but then we'll have to start upgrading it. So I've got to think about when is a good time to start upgrading. If you upgrade an item and then sell it, it does sell for more gold, so it's not like you're wasting the money. Let me just see how much it would upgrade us. So at the moment we've got a little tracker. I'll just show here. We've got a leather armor, we've got time of day, we've got the skills we can learn, we've got a morality system as well. So at the moment our body, our jerkin, is at level 3. So that's at the bottom with the blue pins. So that is 5 plus 5 is 10. So if that's actually more than just bear leather, which is 7. So I think probably need a bit more money before we do that. It might be worth buying some food, some sort of restorative health thing. It does cost a bit of money, but we can buy sandwiches for 10 gold from the bakery. But that only heals 5 health each. You can only use 1 item in your turn during combat, so you want something that's a bit more substantial probably. You can get pies, but you have to provide the ingredients for them. So I don't have enough for that. Berries, apples or mushrooms. What else can I get? What then I would need to do would be to buy a tasty meal or hearty meal. So at the moment they cost the same, which needs to change because the hearty meal gives more health. So I think we'll probably have to change that. So the tasty meal is 20. So I think the hearty meal should probably be 30. That can be changed. But so you get 20 health or 25. Maybe it could just be 25. But it doesn't seem to be a big enough difference then. So we could spend 20 gold and get a tasty meal. I think that's worth doing. So that's 20 gold, and then we spend 30, that's 50. Then we've got 28 left for maybe a couple of upgrades for the hunting skill. So we have to be in the woods for the hunting. So first of all, we're at the inn. And then what we're going to do is we're going to come west and come down the west wood, put that up a bit higher, because we want to go to a guy called Odd down here, because he's got a cooking pot. We want to cook any meat that we get. So I guess there's no guarantee we're going to actually capture an animal. We'll just have to see how we get on with that. Well, yeah, I don't think we can finish off any quests at the moment unless we upgrade. We could upgrade our intimidation and do this quest. That'll be 25 as well. So there are quite a lot of options for you to do when you've got some money. Upgrading, I could upgrade my daggers. I've got iron daggers at the moment, which is what we're going to stick with until the end game. So we're definitely going to get this up. You get to start a deck of 12 cards to begin with. But you always start with 4 miss cards. You can't get rid of any cards, but you pay 25 gold to upgrade each individual card. You buy it and put it into your deck up to a maximum of 24. So the idea is when you've got 24 cards, the miss cards don't come up quite as much. So we could even buy one of those. Well, I think we've got over 12 at the moment, so we're doing quite well with our weapon. So let's learn hunting. It's going to cost 30 gold. Where Ivan's at the inn, so we can just pay him straight away. So we need to learn it, so we need to get level 1. So that's what I'm doing with this. So to get level 1, you have to get 5 gold for the search, 10 gold for the track, and 15 for capturing. So add that up together to make 30, and then that's how much it costs to be level 1. So we spend 30 gold straight off the bat. I've got these Chinese fortune coins, which are quite fun to use, and a real coin purse. So it's a bit more interesting, I think. It's more fun when you're playing it to sort of feel the weight and count them out. I quite like that, but there's also a tracker for it too. So there's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Does feel kind of bad throwing away 30. But we've still got quite a bit in there. So we had 78 minus 30, 48. So that's okay, still quite a bit of gold. You can have a maximum of 99 gold, because the idea is you'd expand this game with different areas that you could explore, and you need to have a slight little upgrade system of some of the bits, so it makes you feel like you're progressing throughout the game. So we've just unlocked hunting, so what I'm going to do is put a pin in our hunting skill, so we can say we're level 1 at that now. So we've got hunting here, and then I'm going to put level 1. So what we really need to have is separated out hunting ones, don't we? Because we've got, don't know how we're going to track that. I did not think about that, did I? Should just, anyway, we can always just do it as a flat 25 if that doesn't work. But I'm going to have to track each individual bit, so we actually need 3 for hunting there when I redo the trackers. Going to redo all of this stuff anyway, it's all temporary, that's why we're doing a play test. So we're at level 1 hunting. What do we want to level up? So I know we want to level up, I'll show you what the hunting looks like at the moment actually. So we've got 3 sets of cards. We've got search, or 3 different things you do. So they could all be leveled up. I just thought it was a bit more interesting to level it up individually, but maybe that's a bit too difficult. So search, and then you track the animal, and then hopefully you capture it. So when you search, you're either going to find animal prints, or you are going to find nothing. So there's a quick look at the artwork there. So at level 1 it's not even 50-50. You have 1 card of the animal prints and 2 nothings. So I think we need to have that at least level 2. That's only 5 gold per level. So I think we need to have that at least level 2 just to give us a 50-50 chance. It takes half an hour per what are we going to call these? Per thing you do, phase, per phase. Then tracking is all about matching symbols together. So the idea is you're finding these out in the wild. So we've got sort of animal prints, and we've got droppings, and we've got padded down bits of grass. And then what you do is you match the cards together. So here you would have the animal prints match up, and they have to be perpendicular to each other. And you create like a little area that you move, and that's not working on this because I have to hold it up, but you get the idea. And then you track that way, and then if the tracking is unsuccessful, I think you can redo the tracking. You have to double check all of this. So if you fail at tracking, you may redo it without needing to start from the search again. So we can, if you fail at tracking, we just redo the tracking. But if you fail the capture, then we need to redo the tracking. So I think that kind of makes sense. You're tracking something, but you haven't called it. It's run off. So now you've got to track like a different animal. Whereas if you're tracking and that doesn't work, the animal might still doesn't know that you've are tracking it perhaps. So you're still tracking the same animal. So you can restart the tracking. So I think that makes sense, like thematically, and should be quite interesting. So we're going to level up the search, definitely. And we wanted how much? 20 gold left. So we can spend 25. We can spend 25 gold. So we can level up our tracking once and our searching twice. Or we could just do the tracking and the capture. Each phase takes up 1/2 hour. I think, does it say how much? There is a limit to how many attempts you can take for searching and tracking. Did I write how long each phase takes? Doesn't look like it did. Oh no, here we go. Each card takes 1 hour of time. So when you're searching, you put one. You just reveal one card, right? So that's 1 hour, and then every tracking card you put down, which could be quite a lot. So it could take up the whole day, but that's okay. We should, if we're going to do that, okay. It could take up the whole day, and then that's capturing is 4 cards. So that might have to change a little bit. We'll have to have a little think about that. But what we want to do is upgrade. Oh yeah, we want to upgrade. 25 gold. But we want to. We can't. Let's just upgrade 15. So the search once. Search once for 5 gold. We're at level 2, and then tracking once. Yeah, for 10. So 10, 5 plus 5. So that's 15 gold gone, because we want to buy some kindling, which is going to cost 10 as well. So that minus 15, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 33, I think. So it should be okay. So we're at level 2 search, try to remember that, and level 2 tracking, but only level 1 for the capturing at the end. Maybe we should have put all the 15 into one capture, because that's 15 per upgrade, but we'll have to have a little think about that. So it's 1 hour per card until level 5, when each phase takes half an hour. So the thing about capture is you have to put 4 cards down then. So I think the capturing stage is just 1 hour. Or we could just have it be each phase is just 1 hour. So it takes 3 hours, but I don't know. Okay, we'll have to go. We'll have to see how it works out for us. We're at the inn. We want to go to the wood shop, and then we're going to go into the woods. I think that's it really, and we're going to see what we can capture. And we're going to buy. Who do we buy? We're going to go to the pub. We're going to go to the pub to buy. So we've got a bit of moving to do. We want to go to the pub first. We might be at the pub actually. 131. Let me check on the buildings deck. I think we're at the pub. we're at the pub. 131. Here's the building's deck. We've got the number of the car of the map card on the back, and then you find all the cards that have the number on it. So 131 has 2 cards. So I know it is the pub. Yeah, the Old Lamb. This one you put two together to show you the interior. Not every card that has 2 does that. Some will have an upper floor and a lower floor. It's gridded so you can do sneaking and stealing and things like that. So that shows you everyone who's there as well. So we are at the pub. We are going to buy a tasty meal. We should have actually travelled first to the inn. We're not, so we need to do that first actually. So we're going to put that there. I think should be okay. 132. Got my map cards into 50s, grouped into 50s. 132. We need to go to the inn. I thought I was at the inn to begin with first to buy the hunting skill. So we need to move there first. I thought we were at the inn already. So 132, 133, and then we're going to go north to 108. And then the inn is on 107. So we'll move there first. Let's put it a bit further over. Not entirely sure how far we're going to have to go. So we come around here. We're going to do. Is that on the one? Yeah, 2, 3, 4, 5 steps. And then we did all that at the inn, and we come back again. So 6, 7, 8, 9. Right, so we're just capturing the time it's taken there, and then we're going to buy the tasty meal. So we go into our food chit section. We find the tasty meal. There's a hearty meal. This is obviously not going to be the final form of these. Tasty meal, nice and easy, but it'll just do for now. So tasty meal, that's going to cost us 20 gold, but it will heal us for 20, which is a lot, seeing as our max health is only 32. So I'm going to take the 20 out there in a sec. I'm just going to put this into my pouch, so it means I'm going to have to take out an apple and put the tasty meal in. So we've got a berry pie, 2 tasty meals and a hearty meal. We got that from our quest, I think. So we'll put the apple over there. So we use half-inch chits for the most part, but some items are different shapes. So that was 20 gold. So we will pay 20 gold. So 3, 4, 5, 10, 15, 20. Oh dear, our coin purse is getting a bit lighter. Oh dear. Right, we'll do that on the tracker as well. Minus 20, that leaves us with 13 gold. We want to buy kindling because we're going to sleep out at night, so we need to go to the wood shop. I'm going to double check. That is 10, I'm pretty sure. Oh, it might actually be 5. Might be, I think I lowered it to 5 actually. Kindling is 5, yes. I don't know if that's never going to focus, but okay. Yeah, I changed it to 5. Maybe we could buy 2. It's okay, we can have a bit of money saved. Right, so that's fine, we'll have plenty of money. We're going to go to the wood shop then. So we're going to go 130, we're going to come west. 130. So you're going east and west is always going to be sequential. So we're going down 129 and going north and south, it's going to be a bigger jump. 112. So because we only slept in the wild a couple of streams ago, we didn't have a bedroll. We should buy a bedroll. How much is the bedroll? We need to get that from Aerith. Yeah, we should get a bedroll. We have to get the bedroll this time, really, because we want to reset the nodes. The bedroll is 10 gold. So we need 15 gold, which we don't have. We've only got 13. That's annoying. That is annoying. So we could go without a dream. So if we didn't buy the kindling, we could buy the bedrolls. How would that work if we don't buy? That means that just means we can't have a dream, because you can only dream, which is the main story, if you sleep in a bedroll. But you can still sleep outside without a bedroll. So you need the bedroll to sleep for longer. Yeah, you only get bedrolls necessary. How are we going to get a bit of extra gold? What I might do... Right, we take the tracking back. That was 10 gold. We're going to put 10 gold back in. I'm readjusting what I've done there, because we really want to reset all the nodes. I think... Do we really want to reset all the nodes? Maybe we don't need to reset the nodes, you know. Maybe we don't. I'm just thinking about that. Oh, I just put all that in there. Oops. We should only have 13. I don't think maybe we don't need to reset all the nodes. I was thinking about that. Maybe we don't, because if we can fish, we can fight 5, 10, 13. That's what we want. Okay. Maybe we don't need to do that. So 113. Yeah, I don't think we do, because we can fight a night walker, which will give us maggots, which is the best fishing bait, and it's a good way of getting money. That's how we got so much money before last stream. So I don't think we do need to reset, actually, but we do need the fire. That would really help us with not being attacked at night. Okay, so 68 and next is what we want. Yeah, so I think it's fine. We're just not having any dreams for a while, and we're not resetting the nodes. 10, 11, 12, 1. So that's 1/2 hour in our time tracker. Okay, then we want to go north. What did I say? 68. And then we're going 67. Farmer's just there, but we don't need anything from the farm, I'm pretty sure. We're going to drop down 117. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is where we slept a couple of nights ago. Where's our 6? There it is. 117. 118. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 2. There's the wood shop. So I'll just show you what the wood shop looks like. I did a lot more of this on the earlier streams, but it's nice to see every now and again. There's the wood shop. So here's where we're going to buy some kindling, so we'll be ready for the night. So 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 steps. And we're going to buy some kindling. It'll be in here. There it is. Well, what we didn't do last time, we didn't roll for the charcoal, but you only get two gold for it, I think. Probably should have done that. I mean, we forgot. When you have a fire, make a fire with kindling, it goes out, and then you can look in the made fires deck. It's 50-50 chance to see if you get a charcoal. It's not a lot of charcoal, but it only gives you a couple of gold, but sometimes 2 gold can make a big difference. Like in this case, we would have 15 and we could buy a bedroll, which we can't do at the moment. unless I retroactively do it, which I'm not going to do. Let's not retroactively do anything. A bit more authentic if we don't do that. We've just done stuff, it's happened. Obviously you can do whatever you want in your game, but in this I want things to happen, mistakes to happen, and then we work that out. So we go south, we bought the kindling. Is there anything else? No, we're going to do the hunting. 178. So we want to be in the woods. You can be anywhere in the woods as long as you're in a dotted, on a map card with a dotted pattern on it, which is kind of like, here we go. I'll show you. This is right in the middle in the woods, even though they're top of the woods and at the bottom. It's mostly with this dotted pattern, and we've also got a logging node there too. So it has to have that dotted pattern on it for us to do the logging skill, but it's all done just on one map card, I guess. So 178, we'll find out how it all goes. There's the fishing node, we're going past that down to 181, and then now we're going to take double time to do anything. So it's 10, 11, 12, 1. And that's a half hour. Then we want to go, I guess, south to 223 is the easiest thing to do. If it wasn't raining, for every move in the woods you roll to an 8-sided die to see what kind of animal, or if you get an animal encounter. But because it is raining, we're not going to do that, so we want to level up our boar leather armor a bit more. So normally we will come into the woods and just encounter some animals naturally, but because it's raining we can't do that. It's been raining 3 days in a row, so we've been quite unlucky. It's only a 5 or 6 that it does that, so we've been pretty unlucky. There's 3 steps. So we're in the woods now on a card with a dotted pattern, which means now we can do the hunting. So the search, we'll say the search and capture is 1 hour, and then all the cards you put down for tracking is an hour each. If you level up to 5, then that's half an hour each. So, and if we end up in the woods at night, we're going to need to roll an 8-sided die to see if we encounter any animals. I guess they're not going to be affected by the rain because it's rats, bats and wolves. Maybe, I guess they're animals, so maybe they wouldn't come out either if it's raining. I have to ever think about that. So maybe even at night it's not working. So that'd be quite good at night. If you're not going to, yeah, I guess no animals. So all the enemies are graded as animals, creatures or monsters. So creatures and monsters can still be out. Just animals don't come out in the rain. We don't want to have too many different rules. Yeah, it's a little bit, I mean we've got quite a lot of rules as it is, so we don't need to keep adding more and more. So capturing and searching are going to be just a flat 1 hour. Tracking, each one you put down is going to be 1 hour. So we are level 2. That means there's a 50-50 chance. With the search, we're going to have to close our eyes because we know that the level 2 one is an animal prince. So we're going to close our eyes, and you can see what I'm doing, but I can't see. I'm going to have to put the level on the inside of the card. This, go for that. Nothing. Oh dear. So that's a 1 hour. That's 1 hour. So it's going to end up in night, but it doesn't matter if it's in night. I guess we just roll for bandits and night stalkers, not for the animals. Right, so that's 1. Let's make a note of that because we're going to forget. So that's 2 half hours. 1, 2. We've still got 8 hours in the day. Let's close our eyes and hope we do better. Maybe we should have just upgraded this one. Oh, well. Nothing again. Oh dear. 1, 2. did we bought the kindling. Ah, did we not take that out? It was 5 gold, wasn't it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I forgot to do that. So that leaves us with 3 and then 8 gold. So we could have upgraded it one more time. We've got 8 gold left. Could have upgraded the search. I didn't realise the search would be that difficult. Did we do that one too? We did. Right, come on now. Come on, search. Yeah! Was it the level 2 one? It was. Right, so we have searched finally. And let's have a little look at what it says again. Animal prints. Move 1 map card further into the woods. You can now track the animal. Oh, okay, so it doesn't take place all in one card. So we move 1 map card into the woods, any direction you like, as long as it's still within the dotted space. So we can take 222, 224, 226. Let's just go 224. 224. So then we move, so it's 3, 4. No, 3, 4, 5. Or 3, 4, 5, I mean. 5. 5. We've already done these logging nodes, we can't do that. So searching's done, that's good. That's took, we did that again, didn't we? So that's 1, 2, so we've got 6 hours left in the day. Searching is done. So now we've got to do the tracking. So tracking is hopefully the more fun thing to do. So you take all the level 1s and 1 level 2. So level 3, 4 and 5 is just 3 cards, but it makes a big difference to the game. Because what you're doing is you're matching symbols. So I want to shuffle this up. I have to double check the rules again. You have to make perpendicular lines. So you put 1 here and then you're trying to match the prints, and you can do it for as long as you like, but then once it goes into night, oh, can you track at night? Doesn't make sense you'll be able to track at night, does it? Let me check what I've written for that. I bet I've written you can't track at night, which is really going to mess things up for us. You cannot hunt at night. You may hunt in the... I knew it was going to say that. Oh, that's painful. Oh, that's not good, is it? That's annoying. How many things do we need to put together? So tracking, matching 3 cards is a bore. Okay, so we only need to match 3 cards for a bore. That's what we want. That's what we're here for. Match 3 cards. Come on, we can do this. 3 cards. Okay. So you put the first one down. One's a blank. That doesn't count as matching. That's an hour. Maybe it should be half. I don't know. There's another one you can't. Oh, we'd have not done well then. Those don't match. And you can't put the blanks down. Normally you can put 1 there and 1 there. That's 2 hours. If we fail the tracking, we can do the tracking again. But that's 2 hours. 1, 2, 1, 2. It's okay, we're not at night yet. We need 3 matching. We just need 3 matching. Come on now. Okay, there we go. It's a good start. Pour and flatten grass. So we need to just match one of those 2. That'd be 2. That'd be 1. Yes. So we put it like that, perpendicular to it. So you could have another one coming down there if you get that. That works. So that's got to be perpendicular. So you could go up. So that's 1, 2 matches. The problem, you can have 3 cards. So you can have 1 more coming off that if we need to. We could put that. Can we put? No, we can't put that one there. It has to come from here. That's problematic. That's not going to help us with anything. So we match 1, 2. We need 3 matches to get a boar. That's 3 hours. I think we're at night now. That's annoying. Is that not really? Yeah, it's not working. So we only got 2 matches. But that's how it goes. Okay, so 3 hours. So 6 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We've got 1 hour left till nightfall. We can't do any more tracking because we will be at night from just 1 card. I will say, I'll just show you, if we perhaps hadn't got that, well, it doesn't matter. If we got, so that's the card we got, which you can't use because you can't put 1 there, but you can have 3 together, but you can't go backwards. You can only go forwards, spraying out like a V shape. So let's pretend we got that one. No, let's pretend we got that one. Yes. So we could have put that one there, so it's like going up like that. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so that would have got us a boar. Let's pretend we got the boar, even though, just to show you. Then that will lead us to the capturing phase. So the capturing phase, you take all the level 1s, and let me just double check. 0 to 2 matches you fail, so you need 3 matches for a successful capture and 4 to catch 1 animal plus a rabbit. It was going to be 2 animals, but I thought maybe that's a bit much because it's okay for a boar, but when you get bears, catching 2 bears, it doesn't really make any sense, so I changed it to capturing an animal and a rabbit. And the rabbits give you 1 raw meat, but I don't really know what else to add. I needed to make it something. But 3, so you give it a shuffle, you got 4 here, and you're trying to match the corners. So the X's you can't match, you can only match the exclamation marks at the moment. Probably will have to come up with some proper icons for this, but at the moment this is how it works. So 3 matches, so this is not going to work for us, we can only ever get 1 match. And that's not even the right one because you can't do that. You have to put it over the top of it. So that wouldn't have worked for us anyway. You can't put that over an X. So we would have had to have got, that one's all X's, and that one wouldn't have worked. That would have. Oh, maybe. Yeah, no, it would have gone like that. Yeah, that's right. It does go over the X's. You do cover it up. So that would have done that, but then the other one we got were just all X's, so that's unfortunate. We only draw 2. See, that doesn't work. That goes over like that. It still creates 2 X's. Hopefully you can see that. So the first one we did pick up is fine. Actually, it does cover it up, but these ones, both of them, do not. There is, I think, a way. Yeah, if you had it like that, then you can see we've got 3 exclamation marks. We could have got a boar, but there's only one way of doing that at level 1, so we need to upgrade it. So that's how the hunting works anyway. It's maybe a bit complicated, but it's a shame. It got to night anyway. We didn't do it. Well, it's not night yet, but it will be night soon. So we tried tracking an animal. It did not work out very well for us. So all that money we put into that, not super helpful. What can we? And we. How much gold have we got? We needed 10 gold. Was it for a bedroll? We could sell something. What have we got here that we can sell? We got that small fish, a dace. How much was a dace worth? How much is a dace worth? That would be in the fishing. Let's have a little look at the dace. 5 gold. The dace is worth 5. All right, we're gonna do that because we need to reset the logging and mining those because we've used those when we sleep. We need to sell the dace. There's no NPC because I wasn't doing chits before. So the dace should be an animal loot. Hopefully. we got no. This is the only one so far. It doesn't have an NPC or character to sell this stuff to. There it is. Because I haven't had time to implement that just yet. I guess the Harbour Master's sons could buy them from you. We can go there and sell the Dace. Lewis and Theron. These guys, you do a quest for them and they'll give you an old rod. So it kind of makes sense that you can sell the small fish to them. They also teach intimidation. So let's go to them, sell our fish. We'll have some more money, come back to the wood shop. Yeah. That's unfortunate way to do that. Okay, so 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 steps and then 12 to the wood shop. We're not going to the wood shop anyway. 12 and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1 again. So that's 2. Oh no. That was 11, that was 12, wasn't it? We're going to get to night. We're going to get to night first. So that's 12. That was 1. Wait, hold up. Hold on. It's going to be shut. We're not going to be able to sell. It's going to get to night before we get a chance to buy a bedroll. So we're going to miss out again. Right. That's okay. Fine. We can't sell the days. Can't sell the days because it's going to get to night before we get there. So that's fine. That means that we're going to have to get to night. What we want to do is use a night to get into a fight. We can get into a... That's what we're going to do. We've got 32. We're going to take on a Night Stalker again and get maggots again. Yeah, we really need to get bedroll. We need to get money again. So we spent all our money on hunting, and unfortunately it did not work out for us. So that's fine. So we go. So that's the 1.5 hour. We turn to 1 here, and then we do that, and we've got 12 steps before it turns to night. Don't think it really makes any difference where you are when night happens, except you can't get found fires on map cards with buildings on them. So if we go left and right on a map card with a building on it, there's one there, we can go over here. We want to be over this direction anyway. Yeah. So we're going to go 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1. It's going to turn to night at the pub. Just as we get to the pub, it will turn to night. That's okay. If we had done a quest, I think we can go into the pub and play some poker. We've got a poker style game that we could do at night, but we haven't unlocked that, so we can't do it. So I'm going to put these map cards away. When night happens, 20, 23, 4. When night happens, you have to put away all the other cards. So, and then flip them over to their dark side. So we'll just put these away. We'll stack them up left to right, or right to left, sequentially, and then we'll put them back where they need to go. 2, 9, 30. 3, 2, 3, 3. And 107, 108. So we're going to just go down. Got any over 200? No, so we're going down here. Right, so we want 181. 178. Then we want 122. So there is a bit of card management in this game, but I would hope that's sort of to be expected, seeing as we're playing a card-based game. And obviously the bigger your table, the less you need to do this. and some play sessions you'll be exploring more than others, and some, so it depends on how much exploring you do, really, on how much you have to pack away again. But hopefully that's not too much of a deterrent. 107, because it doesn't take too long. I would say this game is perhaps tailored to the more patient of people rather than. I mean, it's a casual game. It's a casual game. You take it at your own pace. You shouldn't be rushing to do anything in this game, really. So if you don't like that type of game, you shouldn't be buying it in the first place. So we're going to flip this over. So there's what it looks like in the day, and then we'll flip that over to the night side, which is considerably more dark. So you can get a lantern which will light up the area a little bit more, but you can put extra map cards out. We don't have a lantern either. I kind of put all my hopes into doing well with the hunting, which we didn't do. So we're now going to go back to the fishing idea, get some maggots, get some money, because we can't reset the nodes. You can buy worms, but they're really not super useful for fishing with. We got 2 worms, so we could do a bit of that, but maggots would definitely get us some money. And then we can buy the bedroll, we can probably buy a lantern, which might be a good idea. Anyway, we've unlocked hunting for the most part, so we can come back and do that. It's not always going to be bad. So we've landed there. Once we move off it, then that would be our first step at night, so 1:30. So I've thought about limiting things at night, but I realise there's not really a lot of point to doing that. So what you can do is just keep going left and right until you get an encounter that you want. This is the best way of doing it, because I don't think there are any map cards where 2 of them next to each other are buildings, because then you would definitely not get a fire, so you're only getting a night stalker. So we're rolling an 8-sided die. That's not an 8-sided die. There is our 8-sided die. Hold on. There's 6. I've got all the other ones here. There's 20. That's 4. Did I lose it somewhere? What's with that? Oh, this is the 8-sided die. That's what we're looking for. Okay, so we move once, and that's 2. So we are losing time, but it's not a big deal at night. Well, sleep will give you sleep bonuses, but we don't have a bedroll, so we can only sleep for a maximum of 3 hours anyway. So every step we want to roll, we want to get 8 for Night Stalker, and then we're going to combat. We don't really want a 7 on this map card anyway. It doesn't matter if we get it on there, because then there's a 50-50 chance you either get a campsite which you can cook at if you've got a cooking pot, or you can rest up to your full health, not including sleep bonus, which is good, obviously, very good to get that. But there's a 50-50 chance of getting an ambush from the bandits, so not great. 5 is nothing. I think those are the only, double check, I'm pretty sure those are the only 2 things you can get at night. Yeah, 1 to 6 is nothing, so it's only 7 or 8s. So when we move, so you can move anywhere, but obviously there's no real point in doing that, so we go 3 here. So you just go back and forward, but you are losing a resource of time, so it does make a difference. So I don't think there's any point in putting a restriction on it. We can't get a fire on this one, so 7, that was lucky. No fires can be had on here, so you don't roll again, it just doesn't happen. And we go to 4. We can get a fire on this one, so we don't want another 7. That's an 8. Right, perfect. That didn't take too long. Now we're going to fight a Night Stalker. Put those away. And we've got our tasty meal. I think we did need that last time we fought the Night Stalker, so we'll hopefully we won't need it as much this time. So each monster or creature or animal has a deck of cards that acts as their combat deck, and then we've got an information card for each one as well. So here we've got the Night Stalker, sort of unexplained kind of creature, monster in fact, that's out at night, doesn't really do much attacking for most people. Well, does a bit of attacking, but they move slowly. They're not exactly zombies, but they're not exactly not zombies either. We don't, it's supposed to be a bit sort of mystical. So they've got 30 health anyway. They've got a sneak of 3, so if we roll, we unlock the sneak with our species, but so we didn't need to do a quest for that. So we're only at level 1, so we roll a 6-sided die. If we get a 3 or more, we can do a sneak attack before combat starts. And then there are a few things it does if it loses a bit of health or if it's still alive at the end of round 3. Which should say, it says turn there, but it should say round. And then there's loot 1 maggots and 1 eyes. So this is what we're fighting. The back of the card has 3 rectangles, which indicate that we don't reshuffle our cards until after the 3rd round. So there are 2, 3 and 4s you can get. So we'll shuffle up their card. We'll give them 30 health. We've got 32 plus a potion. It depends on our luck, but you can memorize what you've got in your weapon deck, and because you don't reshuffle until the end of a certain number of rounds, you can say, okay, well I pulled these ones out already, so do I hold on to them, use them later or use them now? So there is some strategy, and you can also combine a certain number of cards together for a big hit depending on which weapon you're using. So we've got iron daggers. You can combine 3 cards together per turn, once for 1 turn. You can only do it once because you only get 1 card back, and it only happens once per round. So we'll shuffle up our deck. I could just use my oak shield, but the whole thing is we want to kill them, so we want to attack. So we're going to do a bit of attacking, and we'll draw 4 for us. First of all, we're going to give them 30 health, which is quite a lot. We did kill it last time, so I'm hopeful. So we draw their card first, but then we'll roll on our sneak. So they're doing a sneak attack. I wonder if they do a sneak attack, you can still do a sneak. Doesn't seem to make sense, does it? I think if they do a sneak attack or an initiative, then you can't sneak up on them, maybe? Or no, I was going to have it so you could roll before combat even begins. So I think we'll roll. We have to get 3 or more. We get a 3, so we do get a sneak attack in. So let's move these back a little bit. So we get attack in. So this is turn 1. Each round is made up of 3 turns. We will pick 4 cards for our hand randomly. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's have a look at what we've got. So we get a dodge, a stab, a miss, and our own sneak attack. Like I said, we cannot combine cards for our first hit here. Did I say you can combine cards or cannot? I'll have to double check the video on that. I feel like the sneak attack, you shouldn't be able to. Well, maybe I did. Did I say you can do that? I think I said you can. Does it make sense? I think so. Because it's a sneak attack, you can. It's the same as any other turn, really. It's just a turn before. So we pick up 2 extra ones. This time only because it's the beginning of combat. Hasn't even happened yet. This is before beginning of combat. We've got 2 stabs, a dodge, and a miss. There are 4 misses in the deck, so we want to get rid of those as quickly as possible, more because they will come up inevitably. So this is happening before round 1 has even happened. Turn 1 has even happened. So we've done 6 damage to it from 30. That's good. 24. Good start. Let's put the pin in. Have we not used the 4? That's weird. Okay, so now it's turn 1. It's doing an initiative. So unless I've got an initiative, I can't do anything about that. But I could use my dodge if I says our species, the Fallen Fae, has a combat skill bonus. Every species has a combat bonus and a skill bonus. Our skill bonus was learning sneak early on at the beginning of the game, and our combat bonus is to convert one hit or dodge or any of your cards except for the misses into an initiative, which can only be blocked by another initiative. You'd have to put a card down every turn as well, or take a food item to heal. So here I can just dodge that 6, but they'll probably have another initiative come up, so I might in fact just take the 6 damage and drop my miss, because then I know that is, now I've only got 3 in here, so we're trying to stockpile up some attacks hopefully. So that's number 1. They've done 6 damage to us, so we'll take the 6. We're at 32, so that puts us down to 26. Yes. So we'll pick up. Always pick up 1 at the end of your turn. We've got another stab. We've got 3 stabs there. It's not great. We've got criticals in here, which can times 2 an attack. You cannot move for 1 turn, so that means I wouldn't be able to use my dodge, but I could still use my stab. It doesn't say you can't attack for 1 turn. How are we doing? Well, we're running out of time. Right, so we can attack. I could put all 3 of those in for 6. We don't want to do 10 damage, so we don't want to get it down to 20, because otherwise it will do a bite to us. We have to put a card down. I'm tempted just to put 1 down and pick up. Backstab, that's good for us. Okay, last turn of the round. That's not good. It's a bite. 4 damage. Actually, that's okay. Alright, I'm just going to dodge. Do I want to dodge? I might going to keep that dodge. I've got a backstab for 3. I haven't. This didn't count, so I could still put all 3 of those together for 7. That'd be 9 in total. But then, because you pick up 4 cards to begin the round. Yeah, let's do it. Let's just do attacks. So let's add that up. So that's 6 plus 3 because we didn't add the stab already. So that's 9 in total. So that goes from 24 to 15. Okay. Not a bad round. We've still got dodge in hand. We've used up a miss. There's only 3 left in there. So that was a good start. Good start, I would say. We only received... Oh no, we received that 4 damage as well, didn't we? So that brings us down to 12. Forgot about that. So that's the end of round 1. So we put all the cards to the side. And start round 2. We did more than 10 damage to it, so it's not going to do a bite. It's doing a miss. I pick up 3 more cards because you start the round with 4. We've got a dodge, a crit, and a sneak attack. That's our best attack. 2 crits, in fact. So we crit that for 8. From there, 15. That's going to be good. Let's do that. If we had another attack, if that was an attack instead, you could still do that. Well, you got a crit still, so that's fine. We're going to do that. So that's 8. That's minus 8 from this. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 7. Yes, 7 left. So we pick up only 1 though. It's a miss. That's not good. We can't move this turn. That's okay. We'll use up the miss. Backstab. That's better. Now we can finish the game off as a miss. Good. So they've got 7 health. We can't finish off the game. We're doing 6 damage to it. Oh, that's annoying. Got 1 health left. That's okay. Did it do any damage to me? No, it did not. So that's round 2. We've done way more than 20, so it's only if you've done 20 that it will do a scratch. Or if we kill it before the end of round 3, then it's not going to do the sneak attack on us either. Scratch. So 1, 2, 3. That's all my cards. I've got 2 misses and 2 dodges. This is not good. So we will. That's only 2 damage. I'm going to miss that just in case we get an initiative. Yeah, we're going to use our special once per combat turn to dodge that. And that's a fear. You cannot attack or move for 1 turn. So that's the end of it for us. So we managed to dodge. We did take 2 though. Yeah, so I could have used that dodge in the end, but it's better to keep it just in case. So we're down to 20. That's the end. Oh, that's the end of round 3. So we reshuffle everything. And we take 6 damage from the sneak attack because we can't quite kill that in 1 round. 6 damage from 20. It's going to be 14. Don't think we're going to need to take a healing item. I think we'll be okay. We just need to do 1 point of damage. Just need 1 point of damage. Ridiculous. We can do this. Conscious of time a little bit here. We're just running over by a bit. But we run over by a bit of all of them. Right, we reveal their card first. It's a miss. That's good for us. 1, 2, 3, 4 for our hand. Yeah, excellent. Sneak attack for 4. You are dead. Nice and easy. So that was better than last one. We didn't need to use any healing items. So that's that. We'll get 1 maggots and 1 eyes. So that's animal loot. Maggots and eyes. That means we can do fishing, get some more money back again, hopefully. Maggots and eyes. Eyes there. Maggots. So we'd say we don't want our inventory to stock up too many eyes. They're useful for poisons. But we don't need that right away. We need to unlock that with a quest. It's a bit. We might be able to do that quest actually. I was going to say it's a bit tricky, but maybe it'll be okay for us now. We've leveled up a bit. Okay, there we go. And we've already packed away. Well, no, we're not. We're on there. We can pack that away. 1, 3, 1. So we're at night. What we'll do next stream is sleep. And go through the beginning of the next day. So we're already packed up. That's nice and easy. We'll just put this in our tray 4, and then that's it. Packed up. Put that over there. Perfect. Thanks very much for watching. Bit of a random one today, but hopefully next one will be even more interesting. Thanks for watching. Bye.